Pete Thompson, good morning, my friend.
Hey, Phil. How's it going?
It's going good, man. I'll tell you what, Tuna Riot poppers are all the rage right now, and you're going to show people exactly how to use them. We're standing out in front of Pelican Isle, by the way.
One of my favorite spots.
I know you loved it. You took me to breakfast here the other day, and it was good.
It is good.
Really, really good. All right, so we're going to talk, first of all, fishing like a 100-pound outfit, correct?
Yep, that's what this is. It's just a Torium 30 with 100-pound on it, 100-pound leader.
Yep.
100-pound mono leader, too. You don't need to use fluorocarbon with these things. You can use mono. And
is it better to use mono, or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter a lot, but as you can see, mono floats. So, you know, in a sense, it makes more sense to use mono. I mean, I've been bit a million times on fluoro.
Yep.
But you definitely don't need fluoro, and mono's obviously cheaper. So that's a route.
Yep. You're going to show us several different ways on how to get bit, because it's not just one size fits all. It's not like you do the same thing every time you're out, right?
No, absolutely.
You got to fool around and mess around with it.
No, and I got all these guys that I sponsor out there that are all, you know, they're all sticks, you know, they're all really fishy guys. And yeah, they keep coming back with all kinds of different ways that they're getting bit. This is the 155. This is the one that weighs just under 3 ounces. It's a little heavier than everything else, than a lot of what people are fishing out there. Here, I'll grab that so you won't have to keep going back and forth. But so this is the one that I built so that you could put it on a rod like this. This is an 8-foot extra heavy rod. It's basically a broomstick. And the Torium 30 with 100-pound on it, 100-pound leader. So if you pull up on, you know, fish that are clearly over 80 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, even 200 pounders, you can't cast it a mile, but you can definitely cast it far enough to get into them. And, you know, it gives you a fighting chance at these bigger fish that, you know, if you throw something lighter, you're just going to get
your clog cleaned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
And so why don't I just go ahead and throw a cast here?
Let's do that. Pressure's on, man. Make a good cast.
I'm going to land it on the back of that guy's boat over there. All right, here we go. Okay, kind of pulled that one, but
that's all right.
So there's a few different ways to fish this. As far as speed goes, it is pretty much just a popper. And as you can see, it pops really well.
Oh, yeah.
So
a really hard jerk, it looks like, right?
you can start out just sweeping it. Let me go the other way here. You just sweep it just like any other popper.
Yeah.
Get that big pop going.
Look at that action.
Yeah, about this speed. It kind of kicks sideways too, which is really cool. And you can see how much water it throws. If you're not bit by now, keep doing it, because I've been bit right next to the boat.
You have?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So once you come out of the foamer, you're throwing into a foamer. It's not, once you come out of that, you wind out of it, you're not supposed to give up at that point, right? You get bit when you get out of there.
With this and throwing at bigger fish, you got a limited time that those fish are up. So honestly, I probably would kind of just, once it comes out, just burn it and try to get another cast into them.
Yeah.
With the 150, which I'll show you in a minute, that one has been getting bit between the foamer and the boat a lot.
Yeah.
And we'll go over how that works. So let me try to cast this again where I don't just completely hook it. And as you can see, I mean, with this broomstick and 100-pound line, you can still throw the thing pretty
Hold on, I think we have a question here. Yes. That nice lady asked us to move from the docks up there to the upper section. We were concerned that people were walking by and it was more dangerous up there, but we complied with the local ordinances, or whatever the heck they were, and moved upstairs. And Pete continues his lesson now. All right, Pete and I are up here in the balcony now. We are, of course, obeying the local ordinances and rules, whatever they are. And Pete, we were doing the long cast with the heavy tackle, right? Go ahead.
That's what we're doing.
You're going to make another cast?
So we still got the Torium 30 or whatever kind of, you know, reel you want to use. It holds a lot of heavy line.
Yeah.
With 100-pound, and yeah, here we go. And you can see it goes pretty far for
it
basically
does.
A broomstick and 100-pound line.
Yeah.
Now this part's going to be a little tough from the balcony here.
I know.
So I don't even know if this is going to work. Yeah, see, there you go. And so this is actually higher than a sport boat. And
Way
that's
higher.
Part of the reason that I made this lure was for sport boats, because we tilted down the cup a little bit.
Yeah.
And so from up here, even from way up here, you can see how good the thing pops.
Yeah, look at that. So you said the cup, that's the front of the jig you're talking about?
Yeah, it's the popper cup, basically the front of the jig is a little tilted down so it grabs the bottom, grabs the water a little better.
Yes.
And like I said,
Check that
from
out,
way
man.
up here, that thing works pretty good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I'm fouled here, so.
That's all right. Shoot.
So
that makes a heck of a commotion. But I know later on in the video, you're going to talk about not making a commotion getting bit, like dead sticking.
Yeah,
we'll get into that in a little bit.
Well, and as far as the dead stick goes, I'm going to show you right now.
Oh, cool.
On these,
so dead sticking, so everybody knows, is what, Pete?
Basically, what I do, like if you land it in a in a foamer, especially if you're right in the front edge of it, like you guys couldn't get very close to it and you barely get it there.
Yeah.
You don't even need to pop it. Sometimes you can just leave it there, put it in gear, wind out the slack, and it'll get bit just sitting there.
Yeah.
Ideally, I like to pop it at least once or twice and just give it like a solid 5 seconds in between pops, and just literally, it's hard to get yourself to do it, but so many times I've been bit where you pop it and you just leave it, and it's just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, boosh, they blow up on the thing. So
yeah,
I'll show you basically what I'm talking about.
All right, perfect. Another expert cast. The pressure's on. Long cast.
I don't know about expert, but
I'm calling you an expert, man.
So
we wouldn't have you on Freeman Adventures.
So you just pop it once.
Yep.
Maybe twice, and then just leave it.
And they're gonna bite it when it's just sitting there.
Yeah, and I just slowly wind out the slack.
Yep.
And you can even even if you're barely bumping it forward, just leave it and they will just eat it on the dead stick. Like sometimes they just won't eat it when you're popping it fast.
Yeah.
You need to leave it there. You need to stop it. It makes all the difference in the world. I've had even GT fishing in crystal clear water. Same thing. They didn't want it fast. Giant trevally, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want it going fast, so they basically, you just slow it down and let it sit, and for whatever reason, they just love these clear poppers when they're just sitting there.
That's amazing, man.
I mean, we're not real clear on, I don't know what the science is on these things and why they get bit so good. All we know is they do get bit good. I think it's really that whatever they're feeding on, it just kind of looks like that because they just can't make it out, and they'd rather eat it than let it get away.
I mean, I do the morning briefing every morning. I can't tell you the amount of times this year where people have told me clear poppers, Tuna Riot poppers.
Yep.
Only thing we got bid on, man. I had guys just doing testimonials that I didn't ask to do it.
Yeah.
Ernie Montagna was a guy that did it.
That was awesome. I love that.
Yeah, so
I'm just going to burn this one in, and we're going to pick up the lighter one.
Okay, so this is the heavy.
Yeah.
This is when you see those big grade tuna.
Yeah, this is the 155. And see, the thing about it is we made it so that it's only 5 millimeters longer than the one that everyone's using for all sizes of fish.
Yeah.
We had to add that 5 millimeters so that we could add a ½ ounce of weight.
Yeah.
And that extra ½ ounce and the tail weighting is what makes it so you can cast it, and I'll cast it one more time.
Yeah, please.
So you can cast on this heavy
Got some
gear.
people coming by you there.
Right.
See, I told
Stand
her.
by.
I told that woman.
Definitely don't want to hook anyone.
Yeah, already got me.
One's enough. And like I said, that's a pretty long cast for this rod that basically has no bend in the tip. And you can use a rod that has a ton of backbone, but a little bit faster tip, like a little bit more bend, so that you can flick it a little more. This thing literally is just very stiff all the way to the tip.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it still goes plenty far.
Yeah.
And again, just pop it out there, leave it. Pop it, leave it. Pop it, leave it. And as long as it's making enough noise so that it catches their attention from a distance, when it's just sitting there, they'll eat it.
And Pete, is that the appropriate amount of time when you're saying pop it, leave it?
Yeah,
pop it, leave it, or do you play around with that?
You play around with it.
Yeah.
I've literally gotten bit when the thing was sitting there for 10 seconds. So you just never know. The bottom line is, I think when there's that much going on in a foamer, at some point one of them's going to make it out and eat it. You know? And so if it's just sitting there, and there's also, I got a couple guys that have given me the theory that the hooks get bit. Like if they're on really tiny, like microbait, tiny anchovy, that kind of stuff. So sometimes maybe it's just that the hooks get bit.
It's kind of fun trying to figure it out, right?
Well, yeah. To be honest with you, I try not to get too into the exacts on why they eat it, because fish are weird, and I don't think you're ever going to figure that one out.
Exactly.
But the important part is that they do eat it.
Yes.
And that's what we're interested in.
The fun part is playing around and trying to figure it out.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. That's kind of why I'm here right now, is because I think a lot of guys are kind of stuck on just pop it, whine, pop it, whine, pop it, whine. And when there's a lot of fish around and they're biting, you're going to get bit every time like that. But again, there's different ways to do it. And sometimes they can be really, really effective on a day where you might not have got bit. If you didn't switch it up, keep throwing the same jig, but just switch up the way you're fishing.
Yeah, right.
So now this is Alexa 400.
Okay,
Proteus,
so we're going lighter.
Yeah, Proteus 810 heavy.
Yep.
I usually do fish 80 pound on these things. I have 65 on this one, but I've like the biggest tuna I've caught 120 pounder on this setup.
Yeah.
And that was with 80 pound. You got to button the drag way down though, because you only have about 120 yards. So yeah, but 65 is not a bad way to go either. 80 pound leader.
You can pull pretty damn hard on 65.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever broke 65 pound braid, you know, especially with a rod like this.
Yes.
So,
what's the rod you got going there?
This is a Daiwa Proteus 810 heavy. Okay. It's one of my favorite rods in the world. I fish everything, big yellows, cabria, everything with these things. This is the OG 150 Riot popper. It has a different face on it. It's bigger and it's squared off and it's cupped out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we made
Let's see the cupped out part. And what is the function of that when you say
We made this to be a more versatile lure so that you had a little bit of swim effect and that you could kind of walk it. Believe it or not, you can kind of walk it almost like a Zara Spook style bait.
You gonna show us that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. And I'll show you what, I got a bunch of guys around here that I'm sponsoring that are all just absolute sticks. They're all really good fishermen. And they keep coming up with ways that they're getting bit where, you know, it's the only way they're getting bit on that particular day, especially when we went on the other side of the moon this time. Yeah. And the fish were still up and foaming, but they were acting really weird. Well, leave it to these guys to figure out how to get bit. Like one of my guys, Eric from Easy Sport Fishing. Yeah. This first thing I'm going to show you came from him. And
you're going to share how to get bit when the fish are squirrely. Yeah. This is awesome, man.
He was landing the stuff in the foamer. He even told me that they were landing poppers in foamers, and if they popped it hard and made a big splash, it sent the fish down.
Oh, my God.
That's how weird they were acting. So here's how they got bit.
All right, cool.
Don't hit a boat. Okay, we're good.
Close.
Up on the balcony's throwing me off a little bit. Okay.
I know.
So you can see it floating out there, hopefully. All he was doing was this. Like literally just barely
rod tip up,
slacking. Like basically you got slack line on every pop. And if you see the jig, you can see it going back and forth like a stick bait almost. And just enough so that it just throws that little bit of water out in front of it. Yeah. And they weren't eating it in the foamer, believe it or not. They were eating it after it came out of the foamer, between the foamer and the boat. Oh. And they got it wired enough where they were getting them on almost every cast. And if you look at the thing, like, see it going back and forth? It is literally almost like a Zara Spook if you do it right.
Oh, yeah.
And you can play with that, but it's just kind of walking back and
forth.
Keep
that coming toward us, Pete, because that is really interesting. And it's just
see that
rod
dive
tip
right,
up.
dive left. Dive right, dive left. Just that little bit of water that it throws just to give it a little bit of attention.
Are you dead sticking in between or not?
No, you just kind of just keep it moving slow, just like I'm doing right now. Now, I'm not totally against the idea of dead sticking because I think that's never a bad idea, but generally speaking, what these guys have been telling me is that this is how they've been getting bit.
Okay, well, that's interesting. We have some nice boaters here who were kind enough to ask permission. You couldn't see they're going to take off.
Yeah, we're going to let them
go. Good night, Irene. Huntington Harbor looks like they're going for a nice little cruise. Have fun, you guys.
That's a good looking Duffy.
Yeah, that's a beautiful Duffy. Have fun, everybody. All right, it's good stuff. So that is just another interesting way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the one thing you didn't say as you were winding that, you know, twitch, get the slack out, twitch. Are you dead sticking at any time in that process?
Not really. I mean, again, do whatever you want. Yeah. Like if what I'm telling you right now doesn't work, try stopping it for a couple seconds and then starting it again and then stopping it for a couple seconds. One of the days, one of the guys told me that they were actually throwing it out there into foamers and then just barely bumping the rod tip just so the tail comes up and just barely twitching it and leaving it and just twitching it and leaving it and twitching it, leaving it. So again, that's what's cool about the 150 Riot popper. Yeah. Is that with that face, there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can fish it. And we made it that way. And we get bit multiple species on these things too. The 155 was really made, honestly, for guys that want to fish on sport boats where you can use heavier line, because I mean, generally speaking, you get spooled on this thing if you hook a 100-pounder. Yeah. You can use heavier line. You can cast, you know, a solid distance with heavier gear. And, you know, basically if you see 200-pounders foaming around, you can still throw that thing at them with confidence on heavier gear where you're not just going to get, I mean, you're still going to get abused.
Really cool. Really cool.
Yeah. So now this one is, so far we've got giant trevally, wahoo, dorado, a couple king mackerel, like those Spanish mackerel. That's what they call them in Australia, those big kingfish.
Yeah.
Not actually caught any, but one of my friends in Indonesia last year had one go about 30 feet in the air with it in his mouth, but he came back down and he didn't hook it.
What was it?
It was a king mackerel.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just,
that is
and
bitchin'.
I don't know if you ever seen those things. But
I have.
They just come flying out of the water like
they're
missiles.
bitchin', man.
So yeah, and we've caught wahoo. I don't know if I mentioned that. So,
you did, yeah, and of course bluefin.
Yeah, of course bluefin, yellowfin. I think I said last time I was here.
Yellowfin are gonna just
They
annihilate
attack
that.
The most wide open bite I've ever had with one of these things was just throwing them into a school of dolphin.
Oh yeah.
And just throwing it under the birds, and they were just, it was, you know, pop it twice and it was on. So,
yeah. By the way, in case you are wondering, yellowfin tuna mix up with the dolphin. Pete was not fishing for dolphin. He was not hurting Flipper.
No. Yeah. I would never hurt Flipper. As a matter of fact,
Man, that ages us. The people out there going, who the hell is Flipper?
What the hell is Flipper? But the truth is that, I mean, generally speaking anyways, if you're throwing them under the birds, a lot of times that's kind of where the dolphins aren't.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's mostly straight fish when you do that.
Yes.
But yeah, there's no danger of a dolphin eating one of these things.
Good.
So anyways, moving on. So I'm going to throw this thing again and show you another way you can fish it. And
nice long cast with the pressure on. I'm impressed.
I wasn't trying that time. I just forgot and just cast it. Anyways, so just the medium wind, almost like the speed of a swim bait or a surface iron.
Yeah.
And
so straight wind.
Kind of, yeah, just a straight wind. And you can see it grabs water and then goes back under, and grabs air and goes back under, and has a really cool kick and a really cool wobble.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I haven't had a chance to fish it enough like that yet. I'm going back to New Zealand in a couple months.
Yes.
Those giant yellows are going to be on the surface feeding. It's the time of year for that.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I'm going to be throwing this thing full speed and just hopefully get a 60 or 70 pounder on one of these things.
So yet another effective way to catch fish, straight winding.
Yep. And
you're pointing your rod at the jig pretty much?
Yeah, just like fishing a surface iron.
Yeah, right. It looks exactly like that.
But you can actually, it does change the way the thing swims a little bit. If you lift it up, it just stays on the surface more. And you can kind of get the kick a little bit more by speeding it up and slowing it down. I got to drop my rod because it's getting up high here, but see that wobble?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't, the testing that we've done with that on pelagics in really warm water has been, like, they've been getting just blasted, but I want to do more. You know, I'm dying to go. I can't wait to go fishing in New Zealand. I'm going to be in Indonesia next year and do that as well. But anybody that's going to Mexico, fishing any of the warmer water down south, or even when the Dorado are up here and the yellows are on kelps, don't be afraid to try that, because I mean, it's one of the funnest bites you'll ever see when they eat it.
Pete, I'll tell you right now what would be full speed on that. That would be fishing off the rocks in Baja and catching cabrilla.
That's what I'm talking about.
It'd be full speed.
Yep, and I've done a lot of cabrilla fishing, but I have not gone down there with these and tried to fish them like that yet. I'm convinced that it's going to be one of the coolest bites ever. They're just going to come out of the water on the thing. So, yeah, that's in the works as well. Just gotta get the time to get down there and do it. All right, so now I'm just going to show you the straight pop with the 150 is really good as well.
Okay.
And from a distance, you just sweep it and
come over here. Keep going.
Yeah, it's kind of tough with this.
Yeah, I can see it. Perfect. Yes.
Okay, so that's a perfect example right there that you want to wind the slack out with the 150 and the 155 before you pop it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's kind of cool when it dives, it'll get you bit, but if you're just trying to pop it and get tons of water up in the air, wind the slack out and see how much it pops when you do that.
Keep going there, man.
You can even be dragging it a tiny bit right before you pop it, and then you get that out of it. So,
look at the water.
Yeah, and as you can see, that 155 face definitely pops as much as you need it to. So if you get rolled on, you can just do that, and they'll chase it and eat it.
Man, that seems super effective. Yeah, that sweeping motion.
Show you that one more time.
With that face, man.
Look at that.
Does that work on the 155 also? also, or is it better to use the 150?
It's better to use the 150. It's the
Gotcha.
face
The
on the
face
150,
of it.
that squared off face.
Yeah.
The 155, if you burn it, you can get some action out of it, but you can't wind it slower. It just kind of goes straight.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
that's why we made these like this.
Yes,
So
makes
again,
sense.
that you get that wind the slack out, and you get that big pop. And like I said, I mean, don't be afraid to just, if you get rolled on, just do that, and they're
Yeah.
gonna chase it and eat it. Because, I mean, as you can see, that's pretty cool the way the thing wobbles like
Yeah,
that.
heck yeah, man. That is really cool.
Yeah, so Dorado, like I said, Dorado, Wahoo, anything. I got a couple guys going on long range trips with them. Hopefully they'll get a chance to throw them at some of that stuff down below.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many different species that would eat that, man.
Yeah, that was the goal. Like, obviously they work really good for tuna. I mean, so far, like even skippies, like skipjack just
Heck yeah.
annihilate the thing.
Yeah.
Even bonita.
I would think.
Yeah. And I also have a guy right now fishing with a 115. We put 2 big hooks on it because
Yeah.
we do have those 115 that I basically made for striper fishing and for redfish and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But just in case there's a time where the fish are really being weird and you need something smaller, one of my guys is out there with one of those things, seeing how that works out as well. So
Great.
we'll kind of keep you posted on
Oh,
that.
please, let's do
Yeah.
that right here on Freeman Adventures, man.
Yeah. The man, the myth, the legend. So
Who is that?
that's you.
No, it isn't.
So, I mean, I think we've kind of gone over everything
Yeah.
except one more. So,
Okay.
And this is important because this is how Eric and a couple other guys have been getting bit, and it was the only way they could get bit. They were throwing the thing out in the middle of foamers. I think I said this, popping it, and it was sending the whole school down. The things were just skittish as hell.
Yeah.
So this is how they were fishing it. And if you get the camera on it, look at how little noise is going on there. Like, and maybe I did show this on the first cast, but again, just super slow.
Rod tip up.
And if you look at how I'm
Twitching it.
winding.
And
Like,
we'll
I'm
look
just
out there
barely-
right now. And as you look out there, you can barely see like a little wake coming off the lure.
Yeah, and again, this was the only way they were getting bit.
Yeah.
And you see the thing going back and forth just like a stick bait.
Sounds like
That's that squared off face. That's the Riot Popper face that gets it to do that.
sounds like Eric and those guys were employing this methodology when the fish were really skittish. Is that
Really,
right?
really skittish. So
Yeah.
they were pulling up on foamers, and they were getting cast into them, and they couldn't get a bite.
Yeah.
And then I think it was this deckhound just started doing that.
Yeah.
And one blew up on it. So they got the thing in the boat, tried it again, got another one that way, and it just turned out that's how they wanted it, and they got limits.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. So I think that's just about it as far as different methods that we've used so far.
Perfect.
But again, I mean, just keep playing with it when you're fishing with it,
Yeah.
and you never know what's going to get it bit. You know, I mean, I want to fish it around kelps this year, if I get a chance to do that. I don't think a lot of guys are throwing these at kelps. I know on the East Coast they do, and it works really well. So, you know,
Are you talking about offshore kelps?
Yeah,
Oh,
kelp
okay.
patties.
Like catching yellows off the
Dorado,
kelps,
that kind of
Dorado.
stuff. Yeah, if you pull up on a patty that's got a bunch of fish on it, throw one of these things. and see what
Heck
happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
so-
telling you, I bet you could, if you had a small enough one, catch something in the surf on those things, like a barred perch or.
Yeah, the little 95s would get bit for sure.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about even putting a hole in one and filling it up with water so it just wobbles on the bottom.
And catch flatfish.
And catch
halibut.
Yeah, catch halibut and catch those giant perch.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is one more thing I wanted to show you guys. And so guys like Billy K, a few other guys have been fishing them this way the whole time.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
All right, you guys are.
These are the ghost popper ones or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You wanna check it out?
These are Tuna Riot.
What's your name, by the way?
Logan.
Logan. Good to meet you, man. You guys are fishermen over there, right, or not?
Yeah, I work on a private charter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been seeing these. We were fishing these, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if these are the exact ones, but
Yeah, these Tuna Riot poppers have been getting destroyed this year, man.
Logan
Worked
making
so
his
good.
debut on the Freedman Adventures podcast. I love it, Logan.
Yeah, I wish I had a couple extras. I'd hook you up, but
I mean, dude, I'm chilling, but I mean, I would take one. Fuck. No, those things are tight, bro.
yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, they're getting bit for sure. It's definitely not a secret either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys keep getting back at it.
Take care, Logan. Nice meeting you. All right,
So one more thing.
back to you.
Yeah, one more thing. This is the way a lot of the guys have been fishing them, which I have never done before.
Yeah.
And I just saw these guys doing it this year, and it was mostly in videos that they're sending me of bites. And it's just throw the thing out there into the foamer and just start fish it like that. Just quick, single pops, just small ones,
Yeah.
where it's not throwing a ton of water. You can see it's going side to side.
Yeah.
And,
Darting back and forth,
yeah,
right?
and guys have been getting a lot of bites like that. And that's pretty much this. The 150 is the reason, and it's because of that squared off face, because of the way the thing jumps back and forth, is my theory anyways.
Yeah.
So again, just, whoop, a little to the right there. Just lift the rod tip up and just keep popping it like that. And you see how cool that action is. I mean, it looks like it's gonna get bit, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's another way I would like to try to fish it around kelps, is just you pull up on a patty that's loaded and throw it way past it and just do this, go and buy it.
Yeah.
And you can see the thing jumping back and forth. That's that squared off face. We did a lot of testing to get it like that.
Yes.
And with the smaller ones, the 115 and the 95, same thing. Like guys have been catching bass and stripers in freshwater, just doing that, just pop, 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 and it kind of walks and spits at the same time.
Yeah.
So far, super effective.
Man, that looks good.
Right.
Well,
Last cast.
what I'm learning from you, Pete, is several things. Number one, Tuna Riot poppers really work.
Yes,
Number two, you've got to pay attention, be observant, see what's working, and you have to experiment. Try different things.
Absolutely.
You've showed us some great methods here, but you've also made it clear that you don't know what's going to work on any given day.
Exactly. I'm learning this stuff about my own jigs as the season goes.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, I mean, we have the advantage of all these guys I sponsor are, they're all better fishermen than I am. And they basically are just trying everything. And that's how these guys do it, is that they're going to go out and if they got bit on this jig yesterday and they don't want it today, before they put it away, they're going to figure out.
They're going to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are great fishermen that do that.
Exactly. And so far, these guys have just managed to do that every time. Like,
Yeah.
I still don't have any reports of we couldn't figure out how to get bit on them.
That's bitching.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it makes it more fun too. And I mean, just if you look at that thing right now, like, would that be fun to watch an 80-pound bluefin eat that thing?
Oh, come
when
on,
you're fishing
man.
like that?
Are you kidding me?
Like, that's my favorite part about this whole thing, is the bite's insane. And the bite on the wine too, like those big yellows in New Zealand that blew up on it last year, they come up on it
Straight
sideways and just, this
Straight
straight
line.
wine. And look at how much water the thing covers side to side,
Yes.
pulls down air.
I'd crack up if you caught something right now
Yeah.
in here, man. I'd love that.
That guy was telling us there were stripers in here, right?
Yeah, I know, man. You better keep that quiet.
So, oh yeah, whoops. So I guess the bottom line is, I just showed you a bunch of ways to do it, but that's definitely not the only ways. And those will all get bit because they've all been proven, but keep mixing it up.
Yeah, sounds good. Pete, tunariot.com. Do I have it right? Is that how you get them?
TunaRiot.com, that's it, yes.
There's some down at 22nd Street. I know guys have bought them down
22nd
there.
Street's got a bunch. They're in Fisherman's Hardware. They're in Mahi Tackle. Fisherman's Landing in San Diego just reached out to me, although we don't have them in there yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're slowly building it up.
That's awesome. I love it. Pete Thompson with Phil Friedman right here. Pete, thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Appreciate
Thank you.
everything. Give me 5.
That was good times.
All
man.
right, good times. Please don't forget to support the Friedman Adventures family members who make this all possible, like the Taxman, Tim Marquez, and your garage door man, Joe Welker, who does a great job and gets rave reviews here at Friedman Adventures. Heating and or air conditioning needs, it's our dear friend John Lopez, and also the Island Spirit, Ventura Sport Fishing. You can't beat it. Chris Isaac and the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. And don't forget to visit Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California, right there on the corner of Pacific Coast Highway and Seal Beach Boulevard. They've got all the bait tackle you'll need for a successful day on the water. Whether it's surf fishing or big game bluefin tuna, drop in and say hi to the folks at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach.
Get out of bed and wake up the kids, 'cause you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Fishing reports up and down the coast. With Phil Friedman, your coffee-loving host. So much fishing intel, it feels like cheating when you tune yellowtail, pod surf, perch. They'll tell you where the fish are and what they're eating when you tune into the morning briefing. So give it a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the fishing content coming your way. Freedman Adventures is here to make your fishing day. It's a morning